An electronic cigarette, or e-cigarette as it's commonly called, is an electrical device that tries to simulate the act of tobacco smoking by producing an inhaled mist. This mist bears the physical sensation, appearance, and often the flavor and nicotine content of inhaled tobacco smoke. When electronic cigarettes were first introduced in 2003, the primary goal was to help people to stop smoking by providing controlled levels of nicotine. The device tries to deliver the experience of smoking without or with greatly reduced adverse health effects, which are usually associated with tobacco smoke. Most electronic cigarettes are designed to resemble actual tobacco smoking implements, such as cigarettes, cigars, or pipes. Most are also reusable, with replaceable and refillable parts. While electronic cigarettes may take many forms, they usually consist of three common components: a mouthpiece, known as a cartridge, an atomizer, and a battery unit. The mouthpiece is usually a small disposable plastic container with openings on each end. It often houses an absorbent, sponge-like material saturated with the liquid solution to be vaporized. The liquids used to produce the vapor are commonly known as nicotine solutions and come in a wide variety of flavors in an attempt to resemble traditional cigarette types, such as regular tobacco and menthol, fruit, and other novelty flavors including chocolate, vanilla, and caramel. The atomizer is the heating element of the electronic cigarette and plays a similar role to fire in traditional smoking implements. Akin to fire burning tobacco in a regular cigarette, the atomizer vaporizes the nicotine solution so it can be inhaled. The battery is the largest component of an electronic cigarette, as it also houses the logic board. Most electronic cigarettes use a lithium-ion rechargeable battery and offers convenience such as being able to charge via electrical outlet, cigarette lighter, or even by USB. Battery life varies depending on the battery type and size, frequency of use, and operating environment. The unit contains an electronic airflow sensor for automated operation or a button for manual operation. So once started, whether by the user drawing or pressing a button, the battery powers the atomizer, which in turn vaporizes the solution so it can be inhaled. Despite being approved for use in several countries in Europe, electronic cigarettes are yet to be embraced by health regulators in America. The US Food and Drug Administration has warned consumers about the potential health risks associated with electronic cigarettes.
From a medical point of view, the only thing that's in it is nicotine, right? Versus with a cigarette, you have about at least 1,000 other additives. Some people say up to 4,000 different additives and about 100 different carcinogens. And therefore, the thought is that if you're using an electric cigarette in comparison to a real or normal cigarette, you're less likely to get things like cancers and so on because of the fact that there aren't any carcinogens. There's just a nicotine in it. There is a vapor that is being produced. We're not going to say you're not going to get it. Nicotine is not proven to cause cancer really. It's really the tar and the other carcinogens that are in it. So the thought is that if you take the e-cigarette, you get rid of the carcinogens and you only have the nicotine, you'll get the high of the nicotine without increased risk of, for instance, getting a cancer.
Concerns have also been raised that the device could appeal to non-smokers, especially children, due to its novelty, flavorings, and possibly overstated claims of safety.
It's packaged in very bright colors. The same way people will change the skin to their phones, people may change the e-cigarettes. It's being also branded or sent out or marketed to persons who are younger. So you're seeing that a lot of teenagers are using it, a lot of adolescents are using it, thinking of course that it's not as harmful as a cigarette, but it's just as addictive. And therefore you're still going to end up with persons who have an addiction to nicotine, which is very difficult to break.
As with most cutting-edge technology, a lot of work still needs to be done to address the several concerns of the various regulatory bodies. But what is undeniable, however, is that the electronic cigarette is definitely a welcome step in the fight against carcinogenous cigarettes.